Hello traders and developers. Okay, tonight we are going to be starting a new series called Building an EA on BYBIT. Now these are MT4 EAs. I've spent the last couple of days building a starter template, and what I'm going to be doing today is going through the starter template with you, show you how it works, show you the input fields, and why I've developed it in such a way. Now this starter template could be used on normal MT4 terminals, but it's been built specifically for BYBIT. It has the same feel as placing a trade on the BYBIT terminal or your BYBIT mobile app. Okay, so now the starter template is available on my store. I'll just take you to the address. The links are also below in the description, but you could purchase the starter template. On our store, we do accept PayPal, and we also accept in cryptocurrencies. Alright, let's get into the starter template. Now it's a fairly basic template, but it has all the functions that we need in order to place a trade on the BYBIT MT4 terminal. Okay, so we'll go through the inputs. So what I've done here is, the way you've placed trades on BYBIT is you use a percentage of the movement of the price for your stop loss and for your take profit. And I've done the same thing over here now. So the stop loss and the take profit is calculated in percentages. And then also the same way you do it on BYBIT, your balance is, or your risk is, a percentage of your balance. So it's exactly the same way I've done that. And then I've just added a use trading hour. So in case you want to trade between certain times, or trade at specific times of the day when it's more volatile, you could do that. Okay, so let's go through the template. This last candle, this is the on init function. This last candle just checks so that we trade on new bar. I'm always trading on new bar, and that's the way it's going to keep it in this template. So this line of code here says basically trade on new bar. And then this line of code is checking to see if we are within our trading times that we specified in the inputs. Then we've got two functions here, check exits and check entries. Now we always check exits before entries, because what happens is that we want to exit the previous trade before we want to enter to the new trade. So we say check exits, and then we're going to check entries. So let's look at check exits first. Now there's no code in here yet, so basically what you would do is in your check exits you'll say, I'm not going to put any code in here, this is just pseudocode. So if sell buy, then your buy exit will equal true. So you could put in, so if the moving average crosses, or if the RSI goes over a certain level, or whatever your exit condition is, then you'll set your buy exit to true, and then it will exit the buy trade. So you'll say if we're in a buy and buy exit is true, then exit buy trade. And then it's the same thing for your sell. So if the number of cells, this function counts how many cells and buys we have currently open. So if the cells are greater than 1 and your sell exit is true, then exit the sell trade. Then we've got our check entries, the same thing. So good buy is your conditions, when your conditions are met to enter. So if your moving average is, if your price is above the moving average, or if your RSI is below a certain point, or whatever it is that will enter your buy, then you'll set good buy equals true. And then it will place the order. And then it will be the opposite for good sell. If you want a sell entry, you'll say good sell equals true, whatever the conditions are met. So you'll put your conditions over here. conditions. Okay, then we've just got a function to place the order, and then also a function to work out your stop loss and take profit. So this was the main function behind creating this, because the indices, they all have different tick sizes, different tick values, different step values. You know, if you know the cryptocurrencies, they've got, some have 10 decimal points, some have 1 decimal point. It's very abstract, and that is why I went through, that's why I went with the percentage, so that we don't have to worry about working out the pips or the points or how much. We just say if it moves 10% or 5%, that will be our stop loss and take profit. And that's basically what this calculation does here. I'm not going to go through the whole calculation, but essentially that's what we're working out. This just updates. This update existing order essentially checks how many buy orders we have and how many sell orders we currently have. But it's written in a way that we only have one buy and one sell. One buy and one sell at a time. Value.volume, this just checks, do you have enough money to make the trade. Close position, pretty obvious, it closes your current position, and then we have the time check function. So that's that. That is our starter template for MT4. Now what I'm going to do now is, let's just create a very basic EA, and then I'll show you basically how the template works. So I'm just going to copy some code from another EA. Started writing very big crypto EA based on the template. But we just want to get the slow moving average. We're just going to do a basic trend following. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new file. We're going to call this MA trend. MA trend. Do I have another thing called MA trend? I think I might. No, I don't. Okay, so new file. Next. I'm going to put BYBIT in front of it just so that we know that it's for BYBIT. MA trend. I'm going to create a new, and so this is, I'm going to be doing all of the tutorials going forward on creating EAs for BYBIT. So this is just going to be a basic one to show you how it works. Okay, so we're going to say next. Yes, like that, and we'll finish that. And we're going to go to the template. We'll select everything in the template, and then we're going to paste it over, and then we're just going to rename it to what we had it. What was it called? BYBIT MA trend. Okay. And then what we're going to need now, we're going to need some input parameters while moving average. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to write basically a basic EA that checks when the price is above a certain moving average, go long. When it's below the certain moving average, go short. That's essentially what we're going to do. Okay, so we don't want a fast MA, we're only going to have one MA. And it's going to be a trend MA, so let's just keep that. We're always going to use it, so don't take out that. Okay. Now we go to our, let's just do our entry first. We'll first do our entry. I'm just going to copy this code. Don't need all of the code. I'm going to remove some of it. Okay. So we are using it. There's no, we will set that. I'm not going to have a fast MA. We're only going to use the trend. Delete all of this code out. Okay. Just style it up a little bit, make it look nice. Okay. And we don't need that either. So as you can see, I've got two sort of like parameters or variables. These are Boolean variables. So when MA sell is set to true, it's going to sell. When MA buy is set to true, it's going to buy. So I'm going to say bool MA sell equals false. So it's always set to false to start with. That way it won't buy or sell. MA buy. So yeah, we instantiate the moving average object. We're going to look at the previous period. So if the close of the previous candle is below the slow moving average, we sell. If the close of the previous period is above the slow moving average, we buy. And then we say, now we've got to set our good buy and our good sell to true or false. So we say good buy equals MA buy. Good sell. I mean, you don't really need to do this when there's just one indicator, but it's just good practice, because then if you start adding more, then all you'll do is, like, if you want to add RSI, you'll say and RSI buy, for instance. You could just keep adding indicators here without affecting this code. You won't have to touch this code, your actual place order code. Okay, and good sell equals MA sell. Okay, pretty straightforward so far. So that's our entry position. That's our entries. So it's very simple. If the close is above the moving average, whatever the moving average is, 21 day, 200 day, whatever it is, sell. If it's closed above, we buy. That's it. Very simple. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have our exit strategies. Same thing, we can actually just copy this code. We can actually copy all of that code. Oh, let's just do it slowly. Okay. Same thing, but we're just going to switch it around now. So if the close is above the close is above the MA slow, and we're in a buy, then if we're in a sell, then exit. And it's the opposite for that one. So if the close is below the slow moving average and you're in a buy, then exit. And then what we could do, we'll just set this here. So if you're in, so if the close is beta, so if buy exit will be true, then sell exit be true there. So if sell exit, buy exit, then close opposite, close position, buy position. Sell exit, close position, sell, yeah. So that's our exit strategies. And that's our EA. Let's compile it, see if there's any errors. Yep, there's some errors. Let's just see. Oh, we haven't declared our MA slow. MA slow is a double because it returns the actual number. Declare it there. Style it up. File. Okay, we've compiled successfully. So do we have. Alright, let's test it now. So I'm not sure what time frame we're going to actually run it on, so I know it doesn't really matter. Here's the BYBIT MA trend EA. Let's run it on Bitcoin. Look, we haven't really done any research on. I'm just going to run it open prices only for now, just as a test. Visual mode. Let's run it on visual mode. It'll be exciting to see. No, we're gonna optimize first. Expert properties. We're gonna start with $200, and remember always, very important. If you open the BYBIT MT4 terminal, you must set this to UST. Else it will not trade. It will not take trades. That's extremely important. It took me ages to figure that out, but they don't work in USD on BYBIT. It works in UST, which is US Tether, which is a stable coin. Okay, genetic algorithm. I don't know what that is. Optimized for. Let's see. No, it doesn't really matter. Optimized on vector payoff balance. Let's just do it for balance. Okay, so now we're going to optimize this. So we're going to say we're going to start at, let's just start at 1% risk. We're going to go up in ones, and we're going to go to the risk per trade. Okay, no, the risk per trade we're only going to go up to like maybe 5% of our equity. So basically, if our stop loss is hit, we'll lose 5% of our equity. And then we're going to see, we're going to start it. So our stop loss is going to be 5%. We'll start there. Let's actually do 1, and we'll go to 100. Let's just make it big. So 1, and we'll go to 100. So basically, we've seen what's the best stop loss in percentage wise. Then we're going to do our slow movement average. We're going to start at 5. We're going to go up in steps of 5, and we'll go to 300. We're going to leave the shift. We're going to keep it exponential on the close price on the current time frame, and I'm not going to use a trading hour. No, let's not use a trading hour now. All right, let's do that. And we're going to set it on the daily chart. Let's optimize. I'm just going to run an open prices only, just to get a feel what it's doing, you know. And then we could actually, then you fine tune when you do it on every tick mode. See optimization results. Not bad. We're done. Well, that's pretty quick. Okay, let's look at our best profit. Drawdown's way too high, so let's look for decent profit with a smaller drawdown. That only took 21 trades. I like this because it took more trades. So let's just go back. See what the lowest drawdown is. That's not bad. 19%, but it's only 17 trades. But I mean, it is a pretty much a hold, buy and hold strategy when you cross over the moving average. This one made 800, but it's had more trades. Let's just have a look. Let's just run this one. So let me just go to optimization results, and then what you do, you right click, you say set input parameters. That was something I learned the other day. So the stop loss is 70% and your take profit is 74%. It's using the 120-day moving average. Okay, so let's run this visual mode and see what's happening. Okay, so that's the stop loss. Pretty cool. There we go. Took profit, bought in again, took profit, bought in again. Took profit, bought in again. Hit the stop loss there, I think, and it sold. Crossed over the moving average. Hit stop loss. Hit the stop loss. Sold. So you see when it crosses below, it exits the trade and then it goes into the new trade. Okay, so let's see our results. There's not many trades, so we won't get a massive growth. Let's look at the report. Our profits. Short positions won 6, long positions won 11, we won 50% of trades. So not bad results. Let's actually run one with more trades. Just see how it goes. I mean, there's not going to be one. So yeah, we double. Basically, a lot of drawdown. There we go. 3% drawdown, still quite a bit. Look, we're just playing right now, so it doesn't really matter. So let's see, take a lot of trades. Run it a little bit faster. Oh, this is like a scalper, in and out. Trades like 5 times a day. What is the... Which one are we using? It's using the... it's using the 5-day exponential moving average, so it will be a lot of trades here. Okay. See the report. Because I mean, 70% of trades is really good. Except the drawdown is really high. It's 42% drawdown. But I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch that. Okay, so that's the MT4 BYBIT starter template. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, the links are down below if you want to purchase the starter template. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button. I'll be on every night, so make sure you don't miss a show. Alright, thank you for watching. Cheers.